Hi everyone. We're going to look at finding simple interest. So you should be on the back of PR6. Now, simple interest is again a type of percent problem. But with simple interest and finding interest, we're going to follow a formula. So the first thing we're going to just look at are some real world examples of interest. Anytime you borrow money, so let's say you're going to buy a car. So a car loan, when you get old enough to buy a house loan. If you use credit cards and you let the balance go beyond a month, you're going to pay interest on the amount you use on the credit cards. You also get some interest where the bank actually pays you to save money. So savings also is a way of getting interest. So there are different times where you will be getting interest. So we're going to look at just a simple interest formula. And the simple interest formula is I equals P times R times T. Now, each of those letters represents something in the formula. So let's start with the I. The I represents the interest. And interest is an amount of money. So it's either an amount you pay or an amount you're going to be paid for either saving or borrowing. So it's an amount paid or earned. That is going to be equal to capital P, or just P, and that stands for principal. Okay, and this is not the Mrs. Stiles kind of principal. This is actually the amount of money you borrow or the amount of money you save. So it's what you start with. The R stands for rate. Rate is always a percent. And the T stands for time. And this is always time in years. So when we're looking to find simple interest, we just kind of plug in the numbers and multiply. So let's take a look at some examples. Caitlin invested $5,000 at a rate of 12.5% interest for 5 years. And all I want to do is find out how much interest she made. So $5,000 is my principal, 12.5% is my R, and 5 is my T. So interest equals 5,000 times. Now, remember, we always have to change percent to a decimal. So I'm going to move that decimal point 2 places. So my decimal is 0.125. And then my time is in years. So I'm going to multiply by 5. So 5,000 times 0.125 times 5. Well, when you multiply that all together, you're going to find out that you get 3,125, which means that she's going to earn an additional $3,125 on that original investment that she made. So the amount of interest she earned was $3,125. Question number 2. You invest $8,000 at a rate of 6% for 1 year. And again, all I want to know right now is the amount of interest. So again, 8,000 is your principal. That's what you're going to invest. 6% is your rate, and 1 year is your time. So 8,000 times 0.06, because remember I have to move that decimal point 2 places, and if there's only one digit, I'm going to have to add a 0, times 1. So when I multiply 8,000 times 0.06 times 1, I get 480. So you're going to make $480 on that investment. Now, number 3 is a little bit different because notice the question. Sarah took out a loan, so she's going to borrow this money at 3.5% interest for 25 years. And I want to know what is the total amount she'll pay on her loan. Well, when you borrow money, you have to pay back that original $15,000 or whatever you borrow, plus you have to pay back the interest. So what we're going to do on this is we're still going to look at principal, rate, and time. So 15,000. Now again, move that decimal point 2 places, so 0.035 times 25. So this is a simple formula. We're just going to multiply. When I multiply that together, 15,000 times 0.035 times 25, that's going to give me 13,125. That is the amount of interest she's paid. But I want to know the total. So in order to find the total, I'm going to have to add the interest plus the principal, and that will equal the total. So 13,125 plus the 15,000 that she borrowed, she's going to pay back $28,125. So I found the amount of interest, but now I have to add that back. So again, $28,125 is the total. Now, I looked at the Best Buy ad, and I found 4 items that I want to borrow. So we're just going to practice finding the simple interest. So the first thing I found that I wanted was an Apple Pro MacBook. It cost, so my principal is $2,399.99. I'm going to do this a rate of 5%. And my time, I'm going to take it out for 2 years. So here again, I just want to multiply. So 2399.99 times, move the decimal point 2 places, times my number of years. Now when I multiply this together, I'm going to get $239.999, so I'm going to round it. So when I multiply this, it'll be 239.999, and then as I start to round all of this, it's going to end up being $240. So that would be the amount of interest I would pay to buy that MacBook. All right, then I decided to buy a television. The television cost $1,199.99. I'm going to pay 10%, but I'm only going to take the loan out for 1 year. So here again, I need those 3 numbers. So $1,199.99 times 0.1 times 1 year. Well, here again, when I multiply this, I'm going to get 119.999. I need to round it, so $120 will be the amount of interest. All right, third item I bought was a gaming desktop. So principal is $1,249.99. 8% is going to be the rate. Only this time, I'm only going to take this loan out for 6 months. So 1249.99, that's my principal, times, again, move my decimal point 2 places, 0.08. But I'm not taking this out for a full year. I'm only going to take it out for 6 months. 6 months is half of a year, so I'm going to multiply by 0.5. Here again, it's going to be 49.999, or I'm going to pay an additional $50 interest. All right, finally, I want to redo my kitchen. So a kitchen package, which has a stove, refrigerator, microwave, and dishwasher, is going to cost me $4,819.96. Got a rate of 6.5%, and I'm going to take this loan for 3 years. So again, all I'm going to do is multiply $4,819.96, move the decimal point 2 places, so 0.065 for 3 years. Okay, when I multiply that, it's going to be $939, and then the decimal's 0.892. I'm going to round this to $939.89, and that will be the amount of interest I will pay. Be sure that you fill in your Google form and bring any questions you have to class tomorrow.